Hey, 5 minutes, KSFQV. Nick's getting things ready now. In 5 minutes, he's going to do it. Him and Dustin. KSFQV, the Boredom Breaker Net's coming to Silver Creek, Doylestown, Ohio. KSFQV, take it away, Nick. I know you want to rest your hands and arms and everything because you're going to be, Dustin's going to give you a workout. KSFQV.
W8WKY. Thank you, Mark. This is KD8SLG. We'll be linking the repeater up to the N5XQK Memorial Boredom Breaker Net for the next couple of hours. KD8EBC Dustin, the NCO for the first hour, and KI5OZZ Nancy, the Oz, the NCO for the second hour. You're not only welcome but encouraged to check in with both the NCOs on each hour. The net starts in about a minute and a half. Be linking it up, so everybody please keep the channel clear. Net will start at the top of the hour. This is KD8SLG, clear until net.
Good afternoon and welcome to the N5XQK Memorial Boredom Breaker Net. My name is Dustin. My call sign is KD8EPC and I'll be net control for the first hour today. The Boredom Breaker Net meets every day at noon Central Time on the RCWA repeater, Allstar node 49562, and Echolink N5XQK-R. This is a directed net. All traffic must pass through net control, and all stations are welcome to check in. We'll take multiple rounds of check-ins, so if you don't get in the first time, just stand by and we'll get to you as soon as we can. We're in with our friends in Arkansas, Virginia, and various other repeaters, so we ask you to key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit. Make sure you let everything drop so we can hear everything you have to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. All right, not hearing any emergency or priority traffic. Stations waiting to check into the Boredom Breaker Net. Please say your call phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo Charlie 5, Romeo Bravo Golf, KC5, Real Big Guns, Shannon and Tulsa.
Whiskey 8, Hotel Romeo Foxtrot, W8HRF, Josh, in and out. Have a good day, everybody.
Kilo 6,
Kilo, Golf, Whiskey Alpha, Kilo Oscar, Charlie, W8HRF, Echolink, in Lynchburg, Virginia. Have a good day.
All right, let me hold it up right there and make sure I've got it. All right, I picked up AB8MO in and out and KETQR Keith. I have KD5E and you Gil. I have AI5HV Greg and Miss Judy, KI5EV. I have WB8CXO Mike who's running the YouTube for us. KD5E and you Gil. AI5HV Greg. Oops. KC5RBG, W8HRF. We got K6KJV and KG4OIS, Kevin in the mobile. Did I miss anybody there?
Whiskey Alpha 8, Kilo Oscar,
Charlie track for Trader Mobile, Steve, currently in Hillsborough, North Carolina.
All right, I had a double again that time. The station tractor trailer mobile, give me your call.
Kilo Charlie 4, Juliet Golf Charlie, name here is Steve. Current location, Hillsborough, North Carolina.
All right there, Steve, thanks. We got you in there, and we got Fred WHKOC. Was there any other stations I missed before we get this show on the road?
This is
Dustin,
Kilo
Wayne, WD8MIU Mobile.
Romeo Charlie.
You got me that time.
The name is Bob. I live in Oakwood Village, Ohio, and I'm going to be in and out for the net.
All right, I got KC8 MRC. There was another station in there with him. That other station come back.
Yeah, Dustin, WD8MIU, Whiskey Delta 8, Mike in the uniform, mobile.
Hi, Wade. You'd think I'd recognize the voice by now. WD8MIU, we got you on the list mobile. We'll get right back to you. All right, I've got quite a few mobiles here. We got a nice list going here, so let's just start right at the top here. Kevin, KG4OIS, how you doing?
KG4OIS of the group. I was marked in and out, so I got a dust, but have a good net. KG4OIS.
All right there, Kevin, we got you in and out. Sorry about that. There's a big old pile up, and I didn't hear you. So have a great day, mobile safely, and we'll catch you down the log. Fred, W88KOC, how you doing? Take it away.
Hi,
Dustin. Good to hear you this afternoon. Thanks for taking my check-in. Thanks, man, the curtain. Just Nick. Good to hear everybody in here this afternoon. I heard Wade. I heard him loud and clear, but there was a double there. And, you know, we all have to suffer along when we're on a repeater and linking repeaters. We get doubles, and hopefully nobody gets offended if we have to ask for clarification. You, my friend, thanks for doing this hour of the net. Always look forward to checking in with you guys on Wednesday afternoons. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay alive, and I will look forward to talking to you maybe a little bit later this evening. Thanks for taking my check-in again. 7-3 to you and everyone else here on the net. KD8 EPC in the Boredom Breaker Net, WA8 KOC.
All right there, Fred. Well, thanks so much for stopping by. And, you know, we try to catch everybody between my ears and Nick's ears and the blue screen. We usually get most of them, but if I have to ask 2 or 3 times, so be it there. We try to get everybody on the list. But great to hear you, as always, my friend. Mobile safely. Have a great afternoon, and I hope to hear you again this evening for the Beacon Net. All right, let's go over to KC4 JGC. Steve, how you doing?
Good afternoon, everyone. About an hour ago, was able to leave the receiver in Greensboro, North Carolina. So we're heading back to the port in Norfolk. And just came into Durham just a moment ago. Beautiful day. High, thin cirrus clouds here and there, and actually seasonable temperatures. The temperature on the dashboard is 56 with sun and clouds. And so, yeah, that's, let's see. I was at a rest area last night. Just in North Carolina, just south of Danville, Virginia. I broke out my G90 and see what I can do. And I guess we're still under the effects of whatever solar storm that hit the Earth here a few days ago. I was only able to make one contact last night. But yeah, one contact's better than none, and then even that took quite a while. That's one of the things I like to do when I have the time, is break out the HF rig and see what I can do. But anyway, that's about all it from here. Have a good day, everyone. 7-3. This is KC4JGC in the big rig. Back to net.
All right there, Steve. Well, it sounds like all good things happening there. And, yeah, one contact is better than none. Before you go, just out of curiosity, what kind of antenna do you use with that radio?
Well, that kind of depends on the situation. When I go out to activate a park, I have a bunch of MFJ ham sticks that I use, and I have a mag mount. So I just use that on top of my car. There's been a few times I've been in Charlotte, and the shipper, where I park at the shipper overnight, and they have some metallic light poles. So I use the mag mount, stick on a ham stick on it, and throw that on the light pole in a horizontal configuration. And yes, it works. And I've been able to make contacts with that. Other times, like last night,
I use an MFJ 1622 apartment antenna. I clamp that onto the picnic table and run a counterpoise wire out and go that way. KUC4JGC.
All right, very interesting stuff there, Steve. Well, thanks for coming in and talking to us today, and that's very cool there. So enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks again for joining us and mobile safely out there, and I'll look forward to catching you again down the log real soon. We're going to stay 73, and we're going to jump on over and talk to our good friend Warm Weather Wade at WD8MIU. How are things in Florida, my friend? Uh-oh, let's try that one more time. WD8MIU. Wade, are you still with us? All right, nothing heard. We'll try him again here down the log in a minute. Let's go back up to the top and see what Gil's doing. KD5ENU, take it away.
Good afternoon, one and all. And just wanted to get in here on your chair. And I am going to go over on the couch. I've been up since 3 a.m. this morning. I was finished breakfast by 3:30 this morning. And finished my lunch about 10:45. And I am tired. So pardon me while I go inspect the inside of my eyelids for about 45 minutes. So have a good one. 7-3, KD5ENU.
All right there, Gil. Well, you go inspect the inside of your eyelids there. Have a great afternoon, and we'll look forward to catching you down the log. Let's go over and talk to Greg now, AI5HV. What's going on this afternoon, Greg?
Good afternoon, Dustin, Nick, and everyone else on the net. This is Greg, Alpha India 5, Hotel Victor, in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Been pretty good today. It's time to do some firmware updates on some radios and working on another code plug. So for Anytone 878 UV2 Plus. So how is your day going so far?
Well, I'll tell you, Greg, I can't complain so far. Haven't done a whole lot. Went out and took a little walk this morning. It was chilly out. It's still only 50 degrees here in Northeast Ohio, but I don't have a whole lot planned today. This is my net day, so I'll run this net, and then I'll run the beacon net later. And in between, I plan to take apart the shack and kind of do a little organizing because it's looking kind of like a rat's nest lately with all the wires everywhere. Back to you.
Well, if you manage to figure out the secret recipe to not have wires running everywhere, and I've pretty well got my antenna leads squared away, but it's all the power cables and data cables and all that stuff going between computers and rigs, and man, the top of the desk is just kind of like you said, kind of messy, and need to do something with it.
Well, I'll tell you, I was testing a radio for a buddy the other day, and I had to dig out a coax that was buried way in the back of my shack, so now everything is kind of everywhere, so that's the story with that today.
Sorry, I had to wait for the repeater ID there. It was good to join you all on the SARA Club net last night, and got to say, some of the questions, trivia questions that they ask are pretty interesting questions, so learn a lot about different things there, so I appreciate that. I want to thank you for proxying in Ms. Judy, Kilo India 5, Victor Victor Echo. And with that, I know you got more people on the list you need to get to. So I'll say 7-3 for now and turn it back over to you. Hope you have a blessed day, and thank you for all you do for amateur radio. This is Alpha India 5, Hotel Victor.
W8WKY.
All right there, Greg. Well, we'll say 73 to you. Have a great afternoon, and we'll look forward to catching you there on down the log. All right, we're going to go talk to another good friend of ours now. KC5 Real Big Guns, my good friend Shannon. How are you?
Hello there, Dustin and Nick, KC5 Real Big Guns. And so far, been kind of a busy day for me. My day started at 6:15 this morning, and went and had a shot in my eye. Last week it was the right eye. This week it was the left eye. The good news on that is I don't go back till January to have it done again, so I'm happy about that. I tried to get a little nap after I got back home, but my eye and my head's just hurting too bad. So right now I'm eating some classic roast beef Arby's sandwiches that I got for free for Veterans Day. And that was the only goodie I got on Veterans Day, but hey, that's worth every bit of it. And speaking of which, Veterans Day was also the 4-year anniversary of my wife's passing. So kind of a special time for me to reflect and try to keep my head together and do the best that I can. Luckily, I got a great support group. I'll tell you, ham friends are the best friends in the world. I wouldn't give them up for nothing. Anyway, I'll let you get on down your list there, and I'm sure I'll catch up with you tonight as well. This is Kilo Charlie 5, Real Big Guns. God bless, and 73. Back to net control.
All right there, Shannon. Well, we're one big family there, and we're happy to have you as part of it there. Boy, I'm glad you get a little reprieve on the eye sheets until January at least. So enjoy yourself. Try to get a little rest today, and hopefully we'll catch up again later on. So we're going to say 73 for now, and we're going to jump on over here to California and talk to RevKev, K6KJV. What do you have to say?
Well, hello there, Dustin and Nick and everybody else on the net. This is K6KJV here in Valley Springs, California. That's right, the stepchild state. I just thought I'd stop in here and say hello to y'all. I don't get a chance to get in on the daytimes that much anymore, so I had some free time, thought I'd stop in and say hello, and I'm just going to sit around and listen and visit and fellowship with y'all for a while, just on the side here, and then talk to you later on tonight, too. So with that, I'll say God bless, protect, prosper, and bring peace and healing to each and every one of all y'all, your families and friends, and I'll pass the mic back to you there, Dustin, from K6KJV. It's all yours, sir.
All right there, Kevin. Well, great to hear you in the afternoon, and hopefully you'll enjoy listening, and you'll come back again, and we'll hear you tonight for the Beacon Net, too. So we'll say 73 to you for now. Have a great afternoon, and we'll catch you there down the log. All right, we picked up KUIB from the blue screen there. This is KD80PC with the Boredom Breaker Net, and I'm looking for some check-ins. Please call now.
KC8, Fox Green Victor. Good afternoon, Dustin. KCFTV.
Kilo Echo 8, Zulu India November, KIS.
Kilo Quebec 4, Uniform X-Ray, Quebec 4, Uniform X-Ray, Juliet.
W3ATV, Whiskey 3, Echo Tango Bravo.
Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, WV3K portable.
W3ATV with mobile, W3ATV.
All right, let me hold it up right there and make sure I've got it. I picked up KC8FQV, the northernmost mark, and 3MDC Michael. I have K8ZIN Joe. I have KQ4UXJ, KJ. I have a W3ETB Eddie, and I have WV3K Phil. All right, let's start here real quick. We have Eddie in the mobile there, W3ETB, take it away.
Yeah, Dustin, I'm out here running around as usual, from store to store. Just got through going to the library, picked up a couple of books. I wanted to get back into trying to do some stuff with the robotics and some Python programs and things like that. So I got a book called Maker Dad. You know, I guess it should be called Maker Granddad, because I'm the one that's making the stuff for the granddaughters here to play around with, hopefully. And, yeah, I'm on my way now to CVS Pharmacy to pick up some stuff and then go to Safeway. So, and I hope to be able to get on here tonight on the Beacon Net. So hopefully talk to Nick, too, as well. So, hi, Nick, in the background there. And, Dustin, I hope you're doing well. So I'll turn it back to you, W3ATV, back to Net.
All right there, Eddie. Well, thanks for joining us. Good luck on your quests and obtaining your stuffs there. And hopefully we'll hear you again this evening. We're going to say 73 to you, and we're going to go catch our portable station now. WV3K. Phil, how are you, my friend? Take it away.
This is what you can copy me because I'm just working with the top side of the to do so. And hope everything's going well with you, Dustin.
All right there, Phil. Real tough copy. You were having a real hard time holding the repeater. Actually, you were just dropping it most of the time, but I think I got the gist of what you were saying. So we'll say 73 for now. Have a great afternoon, and we'll look forward to talking to you later on there. Let's jump back on up to John here. K8UIB. We're going to flick a nickel in the jar and see how you're doing, my friend. Take it away.
K8EPC from K8UIB. Good afternoon, Dustin. Nick back there behind the scenes. Thanks for getting me in, guys. Just wanted to jump in here, say hello. And, guys, it's that good old time. We are halfway through the week, so you can't go wrong with that, that's for sure. So with that, you guys, I'm working away here in good old Hartville, Ohio, and I'm going to head back to work and keep on listening. And this is K8UIB, living a $5 dream in nickel at a time. I'm handing this back over to Net Control. Thanks for running the net, Dustin. 7-3, y'all.
All right there, John. We'll say 73 to you. Thanks for stopping by. We're going to flick a couple extra nickels in the jar there, and we'll say 73 and catch you down the log. And that's going to bring me to the northernmost mark, KC8FQV. What do you know?
W8WKY.
Well, Dustin, not a lot here happening. Well, I ate lunch. Yeah, we got them dinners. They were real good dinners. Some of these dinners they make, TV dinners, they're real. And you get them at the right place at a good price. You have to find, you got to go to the right stores to buy them to get the right prices, and they're a deal. But I did that. Listen to sale, just see what's happening there. And not much else there happening. Reading up on the book on the car. I went to the club meeting, Cars, Culver County Amateur Radio, where I was last night. But everything else is good here, so nothing else that would make people rich or famous, I don't think. But we'll send it back to Net Control, KC8. Well, I do have to figure out what I'm going to get for a piece of clothing. I was going to get a long sleeve shirt, but the last one I got, it was super long. So we'll send it back to Net. KC, that was the summer apparel, the blue shirt. That was our summer field day one. So back it comes. Dustin, Nick, KCFQV.
All right there, Mark. We'll say 73T, and we'll catch you there at Down the Log. That's going to bring me over to Michael now, N3MDC. Take it away.
Thanks a lot, Dustin. I just woke my mom up, getting ready to get her breakfast going, because I think we got to go to Walmart and pick up her medicine. I got my medicine to pick up, too. But, Dustin, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my 2 gift cards I got for my birthday. I know I got to buy some stuff I'm going to be buying on Black Friday and Cyber Monday, so I'm trying to figure out what games I'm going to order off of GameStop. My brother got me a $25 gift card for GameStop. I'm trying to figure out what games I'm going to buy on Black Friday and Cyber Monday, trying to pick out the good deals. But that's what I like to do, Dustin. When I get gift cards for my birthday, I like to save them up till Black Friday and Cyber Monday, because that's where the best deals are. So that's what I do every year. But Dustin, I'm going to get off of here and go get my mom's breakfast going and get the day going so we can get down to Walmart and figure out what we're going to have for dinner later on. Have a good day, Dustin. N3MDC, back to you.
All right there, Michael. We're glad to have you with us, and good luck choosing a game. And before you go, what system do you like to play?
Mostly my Xbox One. My Xbox 360 is kind of has gone out the door. I have a few games from Xbox 360, but most of my Xbox One. So that's one I usually mostly get for. But if I can find an Xbox 360 game at a good price, I'll get one of those. Back to you, Dustin. N3MDC.
All right, very good there, Michael. Well, we'll say 73. Have a great afternoon, and we'll look forward to catching you there at Down the Log. All right, let's go over to Joe now, K8ZIN. Take it away.
Oh, good afternoon there, Mr. Dustin. I just finished up my side gig for this morning. Just pulled into my driveway, and I'll go in, grab a bite to eat, and then get ready to go to work again. So, yep, that's my whole day. Hope everybody has a good one, and catch you on the air. KE8ZIN.
All right there, my friend. Great to hear you. We'll say 73, and we'll look forward to catching you down the log. All right, let's go over to KJ now. KQ4UXJ. How you doing?
KQ4UXJ. This is KJ in Charlotte, North Carolina. Good afternoon, Dustin and Annette. Here's this typical Wednesday. We got about 60 degrees so far, bright sunny day. Just finished lunch. Had me a Chicago deep dish pizza. Of course, you can't get those here, so you have to get them frozen. So you can get them shipped in. So I got a Chicago Uno pizza, which was delicious. So just finished up lunch. what's going on this week, I just got in a couple of new radios, a couple of network radios that has push-to-talk functionality, works on Wi-Fi or either 4G for Droidstar and Echolink. So been setting those up, getting those configured. Also got a 1.25 or 220 radio in too. I have to program, so I'll be doing that. We're fortunate to have 3 or 4 220 repeaters nearby here, so and pretty active. So look forward to doing that. That's pretty much about it. Looking forward to the weekend. This is KQ4UXJ 73 to that, and back to you, Net Control.
All right there, KJ. Well, thanks so much for joining us, and enjoy that 220 there. We've only got one repeater kind of close by, and I've played a little, but I don't even have a radio for it anymore. So we'll say 73. Thanks for joining us, and have yourself a great afternoon. We'll look forward to catching you getting down the log real soon. This is KD8EPC with the Boredom Breaker Net. I'm at the bottom of the list, and I'm looking for some check-ins. Please call out.
This is Kilo Delta 4, Yankee Victor Victor, KD4YVV, in and out.
This is D3 Oscar Uniform Alpha. Red.
Kilo Delta 5, Alpha Foxtrot Sierra.
All right, let me tell you who we picked up there. We have KD4YVV Jeff was in and out there. There was a second station. All I could get out of it was Uniform Alpha. And then I picked up KD5AFS Grant. Oh, we got it there. We got Rudy in there. Victor Echo 3 Oscar Uniform Alpha. Perfect. So Jeff was in and out there. That's going to bring me over to Rudy then. VE3OUA. Good afternoon. Take it away.
Good. Hey, those cameras rather cool. I like it. And perspective, I really appreciate. I was in North Carolina. God, about 30 years ago. Gee, what can I say? It was a beautiful time. Food was delicious. Everything was great. Anyway, take care, guys. I'm listening. Go ahead.
All right there, Rudy. Well, we'll say 73 to you. Thanks for joining us, and have yourself a great afternoon. That's going to bring me over to Grant now, KD5AFS. Good afternoon, Grant. What are you smoking?
KD8EPC, KD5AFS. Good afternoon, Dustin, and howdy, Nick on the keyboard there. Everything's fine here, not smoking anything today. I thought I was thinking about doing some rent this weekend, but it sounds like the wind's going to be blowing 30 miles an hour all weekend long, and more rain coming in Monday, they say. We had a little shit storm come through this morning, dumped about 1/3 of an inch, not too bad today, but in the last 2 weeks, Dustin, I'm up to 12.5 inches of rain here, so didn't really need that rain this morning, but nothing you can do about it. Other than that, I just hadn't done much today, kind of taking it easy. I worked in both the yards yesterday, and so kind of taking it easy today. I got 1st to the 7th of December, I've got a year's worth of homeowners insurance and next 6 months of car insurance to pay for, so I got to calling around. I'm with State Farm now. Called my old Allstate agent, and boy, their quote come in $711 cheaper than State Farm. So That's a chunk of money there. I guess I'm going to switch back to Allstate. I don't know. About to the point you got to shop around this stuff every year because of price increases. But anyhow, that's what's going on here, Dustin. Want to check in, say hi to you and Nick and everybody else out there. And with that, I think I'm about done. KD5AFS, 73.
All right there, Grant. Well, great to hear you and glad you found a way to save a few bucks there. That's definitely a nice chunk of change for sure. So we'll say 73 to you for now. Have a great day, and we'll look forward to catching you down the log. Let's see here. I think he may have been in and out, but I'm going to try him real quick. N8JET Billy is still with us? All right, nothing heard there. We'll say 73, and that brings me to the bottom of the list again. This is KD8 PC with the Boredom Breaker Net, and I'm looking for some check-ins. Please call now.
Hey, Delta Lima Hotel.
Kilo India 5, Oscar Zulu Zulu, KI50ZZ, The Oz, Pegs, Oklahoma.
Alpha India 5, Quebec AI 5Q.
Kilo Charlie 3, in and out.
All right, let me hold it up right there real quick and make sure I've got it. Right at the beginning, I had Delta Lima Hotel. I missed your prefix. Would that station come back and give me your call a couple of times?
Whiskey 3, Delta Lima Hotel, W3DLH. Go ahead.
Thanks, Dave. We got you on the list. And then right there at the end, I had a KC3 station in and out. All I got was KC3. Would you come back a couple of times with your call, please?
KC3, YLX, Kilo Charlie 3, Yankee Lima X-Ray, in and out.
All right, thank you very much, KC3YLX. Jason, we got you in and out. All right, let's go back up here to the top, W3DLH. Dave, how you doing?
On key there. Yeah, doing pretty good. I'm all excited here today. I've got the power company out here doing scans up and down the road. Oscilloscope's going, and they're trying to find my 30 dB of noise that's due south of me. Yeah, we've got it narrowed down to a transformer on a pole. Hot dog, here we go. Now I'm going to be able to actually use my radio. Go ahead.
Well, that is absolutely exciting news there, Dave. Was that a hard process to get the power company to come out and try to help you find the noise, or did you have a contact in there, or how did that work?
Yeah, pretty good. A friend of mine a number of years ago had this issue, and he remembered the contact person's cell phone number. So I contacted that person by way of cell phone, and they were directly in touch with me immediately. And they were really appreciative that I was able to do a lot of the legwork in tracking down the source of noise. And they really like it when amateur radio operators take the time to find noise sources so they don't have to come out and spend 2 or 3 days trying to find it. but it's good for me because then I get a nice quiet, especially on HF. 24 megahertz is bad. But they're getting it. They're getting it done. They're down to finding the source. They got it narrowed down to a telephone pole and a transformer. So we'll see what happens there. Whiskey 3, Delta Lima Hotel, back to net control.
All right there, Dave. Well, thanks so much for joining us, and that's definitely interesting information, and having that contact was definitely useful. So we'll say 73, and we'll catch you there down the log. Let's go over and see what Miss Nancy is up to. KI5OZZ. What have you bricked up today? Take it away.
KD8 EPC and the rest of the Boredom Breaker netizens, good afternoon from KI5OZZ. Well, I don't think I bricked it, but I made lunch. So, good old-fashioned fried cabbage with some kielbasa in it and grilled cheese sandwiches. So, yummy yum. Finishing that up, and I'll catch you back at the top of the hour. Running a great net. Good to hear you and everyone else on there. KI5OZZ, back to net.
You didn't even make me a plate. How rude. Hi. That sounds really good, Miss Nancy. You enjoy your lunch, and we'll look for you there at the top of the hour. Let's go talk to our good friend Jairus now. AI5Q. How are things? Take it away.
KD8 EPC in the net, AI5Q. Things are okay. I'm still struggling with this little True SDX radio. It does not hear or transmit on the 20-meter band. And I thought I found the smoking gun, which is why I asked Greg to call me earlier to compare my board to his. But his is the same as mine, which doesn't line up with the schematics that are published online. So, back to square one. Anyway, I mean, it works on all the other bands that it's designed for, just not on 20 meters. I'd like to have it work on all the bands that it's designed for, but hey, you know what? For less than $100 and a pretty interesting build, it's not a bad deal. So, anyway, the extra key-ups are coming from an Echolink station, WY6Y. So, WY6Y, if you are listening, actively listening, you are causing additional dual key-ups after every transmission, which is why you've gotten dropped twice in the past 2 minutes. So, just want to throw that out there. AI5Q, back to you, Dustin.
All right there, Jairus. Well, I hope you can fix your problem with the 20-meter band, but if not, at least all the other bands work, and that's cool. And I was wondering where that noise was coming from, but I figured between you and Nick it would eventually disappear there. And thanks for the call out and letting them know that they're having an issue. So, Jairus, thanks again for joining us. Great to hear you, my friend, and hopefully we'll hear you again this evening. And you take care of yourself, and we'll catch you down the log. We're going to say 73 for now. Jairus is the bottom of my list here. I got plenty of time and empty lines to fill, so stations waiting to check into the Boredom Breaker net, please call now.
Whiskey 7 Sierra Tango Tango, Cal down here in Garland County, Arkansas.
Kilo Bravo 5, Victor Delta Bravo.
All right, we'll take them a couple at a time. We got W7STT Cal, and we have KB5VDB Iran. Cal, take it away.
KB8 CP Dustin, Whiskey 7 Sierra Tango Tango to make it more or less legal. Yeah, we're looking here at some clouds. It's solid overcast. Had a little drizzly rain earlier this morning, but didn't amount to anything, just enough to mess up the sidewalk a little bit. And other than that, don't have a whole lot going, except, it's 65, 65, not too bad of degrees out there, rather pleasant degrees. I appreciate the little cooler weather because I can't take that too much heat, and they'll always let me put on more clothes than they'll let me take off, so we don't want to embarrass anybody that way. Other than that, and a few other silly words I might have that I won't get into, we'll just say 7-3 to everybody. You've got a pretty good net going here, and maybe somebody else by now is getting ready to check in a little later. And pass along our 7-3 to everybody. And as old Tennessee Ernie Ford used to say, may the good Lord take a liking to you. KB5 EPC, Whiskey 7 Sierra Tango Tango. Okay, 8 EPC. I didn't mean to send you south there, Dustin. 7-3, South Africa.
All right, W7STT, this is KB8EPC. Well, Cal, I'll tell you, I don't really mind being in 5-land. I quite enjoy it, and we've made the 1,000-mile road trip over there before, so there you go. We'll see 73T and catch you down the log. That's going to bring me over to Ron now. KB5 VDB, good afternoon. We got you in there, and we got your bunch on the list. Take it away.
Well, good afternoon, Dustin, and everyone else. This is KB5VDB. Thanks for putting the bunch in. I've got my net on Friday nights at 7 p.m. Central Time, 146.91, negative offset, 88.5 hertz PO tone. Or you can contact us on Echolink by going to Alpha Foxtrot 5 Lima Whiskey -R or 30123, I think. Congratulations to the ham that managed to get the power company to come out and listen to him about the noise problem. Most of the time, they just say, we'll send somebody out, and we never see that person. So we'll go ahead and let you go. Thanks a lot, KB5.
All right there, Ron. Well, thanks for joining us. We'll make sure to try to check out your net, and I think that node number you were looking for is 530123 there. So we'll say 73. Have a great afternoon, my friend. Great to hear you as always, and we'll look forward to catching you on down the log. All right, we're at the bottom of the list here. We got plenty of time and empty lines to fill. This is KDDPC with the Boredom Breaker Net, and I'm looking for check-ins. Please call now.
KD80 WV3K recheck.
Whiskey Yankee 7 Juliet Tango WI7JT Jason in Cheyenne.
All right, I had a recheck from Phil, WV3K, and I have a W7GT. So let's see what Phil's got to say. WV3K with the recheck. Take it away.
88 EPC net control, WV3K, portable. Yeah, I just got out from getting a haircut. Sorry that you didn't copy my transmission, my live transmission on the earlier period of the net when I called in, checked in. I'm running on a walkie, and in the car, sticking the antenna out the window doesn't work well. I need to get myself set up with another antenna soon because I'm aching about that a little bit. But maybe a first-time trip to DX will help. Anyway, I'm just hopeful that everyone has a very safe holiday up and coming, and that each family will be able to enjoy the love to share with one another. So, anyway, Dustin, you take possible. Full day. It's a little chilly out, but still a beautiful day. Canadian EPC, Whiskey Victor, Portable. We'll be clear on your final with me. Take care, Dustin.
All right there, Phil. We definitely got to get you a mobile set up, but we're glad to hear you and glad to have you with us today. So you mobile safely out there. Enjoy the new haircut. We'll say 73 and catch you down the log. All right, let's go over to WY7JT. Jason, how you doing?
Good afternoon, Dustin and Nick. Everyone else out on the net. Having a beautiful day here, sunny. We had a little dusting of snow overnight. It got down into the 20s, but now we're up into the 40s. I think we're supposed to be near 60 tomorrow, and it's looking good. Oh, I was just reading an article that VMware has made their workstation product and Fusion project if you run Mac, but their virtualization for different operating systems on your desktop is totally free for personal, which has been for a while, but now for commercial and any other use. So if you want to play around with virtualization, VMware is now free. You can get VMware Workstation, one of the more positive things that have come out from Broadcom buying them. And it works pretty well with 3D graphical support. So I run it here on my desktop. Not too much else going on. I'll say 7-3 and God bless all and pass it back. WY7JT.
All right there, Jason. Well, we'll say 73 to you. Great to hear you out there and enjoy your software. We'll say 73 and look forward to catching you down the log. Let's see there. Jason's the bottom of the list. I've still got plenty of time and empty lines to fill. This is KDDPC with the Boredom Breaker Net, and I'm looking for check-ins. Please call now.
Well, let's check in. Kilo India 5, Whiskey Delta Mike. KI5WDM, Donald in the Osage.
KI5.
All right, we picked up two there. I got KI5WDM, Donald, in that second one. I only heard KI5, but I know that the other part of that is DAY because I recognize the voice. Alan, we got you on the list. Let's start with Donald, KI5WDM. What's going on?
This is KI5WDM. Good afternoon. Just driving around all over the county, running errands and whatnot. Just got home, jumped in the shop, turned on the radio so I could get in on the first hour before it was over. So, like it or not, here I am.
Well, I'll tell you, Donald, as of yet, you haven't given us a reason not to like you, so you're welcome. So there you go. Do you have anything else for the net today, my friend?
That's all I've got. I'll let you go, get some other good folks on there that want to talk with you, and I'll let Alan get in there since I bumped heads with him and got ahead of him there. It's KI5WDM. Have a great day, everybody. I'm going to be standing by for the second hour after I get the groceries out of the truck.
I'll tell you what, Donald, I don't feel like going grocery shopping, so maybe you ought to just bring those groceries and leave them on my kitchen table for me. Hi. We'll say 73. Have a great day, and we'll catch you there down the log. All right, because we're contractually obligated to speak to him, KI5DAY all day long. Alan, what do you know?
KI5DAY, well, first, can you copy me from here?
I certainly can. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm just in one of those question mark areas. I pulled over at my VFW post here in Skyhook, Oklahoma, about 5 miles north of where I live. And bigger town than where I live, probably 4 or 5 times bigger, but it's a nice little town. But this is where the VFW post is, and it's kind of a wide open parking lot. So pulled in here. I just left my storage building over here in Skyhook. I had to go in and organize it and clean it out and dust it, separate trash and donations from everything else, and got that done. And very happy to have gotten that done. I'm on vacation, but I'm working like a dog, trying to tie up some loose ends as much as I can this week. Hopefully by the end of next week I'll be free and clear. Going down to my sister's for Thanksgiving. She invited me. Her and her new husband are having their first Thanksgiving in their house, so I'll be enjoying that with some friends. I don't know, it's supposed to get cooler next week. It's supposed to cool off today too with the cold front. It should hit any time. Let me let this drop. But I've still got some chores to do today. A little Christmas decoration, maybe fix the ceiling fan, light switch, I don't know. Not going to be able to go out and install my new pole I was wanting to install today because it rained like a dog this morning and saturated the ground again. So much for that project, but I've got other ones, so we'll get all them done and wait till the ground dries again. But all is good. I guess I'll get to hang out tomorrow on the Beacon Net from home. I will actually be at home tomorrow evening, so I'll come in there and maybe once in a while give a comment in the blue screen. Hi. Hi to Mr. Nick there if he's in the background. KI5VAY in Logan. That's connected to it.
All right there, Alan. Well, great to hear you. It sounds like you've got all kinds of things happening there. So, boy, we'll let you get back to it. And we hope to hear you tonight for the Beacon Net. And if you want to harass us in the blue screen, that's all right, too, because Nick's definitely the man behind the curtain. So we'll say 73, mobile safely there, Alan, and we'll look forward to catching you down the log. All right, Alan was at the bottom of the list. I've still got a couple of minutes left and plenty of empty lines to fill. This is KD80PC with the Boredom Breaker Net. I'm looking for check-ins. Please call now. Tough crowd. KD8SLG, Nick, what do you know?
KD8EPC, this is KD8SLG. Good afternoon, Dustin and all the Boredom Breaker netizens. And I know nothing except the Beacon Net. Tonight at 10 o'clock Eastern, that's 9 o'clock Tulsa time. Early check-ins start a half hour before the net starts. Allstar node 48496, Echolink W8WKY-R. And if you can get here, you can get there because we are linked up to the Border Breaker Hub for the Beacon Net. So hope to hear a bunch of you there tonight. Thanks, Dustin. Let's get another one or two in here. KD8SLG, back to deck control.
All right there, Nick. Well, we'll be there for the Beacon Net. We'll be running the big show if people haven't had enough of me this first hour there. So we'll say 73 to you for now and catch you down the log. I've still got a couple minutes left and a couple of empty lines to fill to get to my favorite numbers. So stations waiting to check in. Please call now. Man, we don't like awkward pauses. It's almost the top of the hour there, and we're looking for check-ins, rechecks, comments for the Boredom Breaker Net. Please call now.
KD8SQ.
All right, we got KD8SQ. There's another station out there, really, really low audio. I didn't catch you there. That other station, you want to try again?
Kilo Alpha 5, Charlie X-ray, Howard, portable counter, please. Copy, orders,
All right, I think I got Kilo Alpha 5 Charlie Echo X-ray there. I believe it was really, really light audio. We got you in and out there. Let's go back up here and talk to Jim. KD8SQ, take it away.
Well, good afternoon, Dustin, and everybody else on the net. Yeah, I heard I was walking by the shop. I snuck home and decided that I was going to harvest leaves. So I had just shut the mower off and was walking by the shop, and I heard an awkward pause, and I thought I better fill it.
Well, we appreciate you stopping by here and taking the time to fill the awkward pause there. And I'll tell you, those leaves are no fun. I blew them out of the yard yesterday, and they're all back today.
Oh, yeah. I'm out there trying to tell them to leave me alone. All right, enough of the bad jokes. I'll let you get on with the net. Dustin, thanks for taking my check-in, and you have a good afternoon. We will catch everybody later. This is KD8SQ.
All right there, Jim. Well, I appreciate the chuckle there. It was definitely a good one. So we'll say 73. Best of luck with your leafs there. We'll look forward to catching you down the log. All right, we're at the bottom of the list there. My time is up, so we're looking for Miss Nancy, KI5OZZ. Are you ready to take the helm?
KD8EPC, this is KI5OZZ. Yes, sir, I am, and thank you, Nick. I've got the log, and I'll let you say your thanks and whatnots there, Dustin.
All right there, Miss Nancy. Well, thank you for doing the second hour. Thank everybody that checked in with me the first hour. We couldn't do this net without all our wonderful check-ins there. And we'll look forward to doing it again there next week. With that, this is KD8EPC. I'm going to be clear and turning net control over to KI5OZZ. Have a great net, Miss Nancy, and get lots of check-ins. KD8EPC is clear.
Awesome net as always, Dustin, and thank you so much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Kilo India 5, Oscar Zulu Zulu, KI5OZZ, otherwise known as the Oz. The handle is Nancy, November Alpha, November Charlie Yankee, and you can call me anything you please, just not late for dinner. Let me let it drop. First of all, I want to say congratulations to KD8SQ. You made number 42 on Dustin's log today, which is the answer to life, the universe, and everything. With that, I'm going to ask check-ins to pause for just a second, and let me ask the gentleman that came in very faintly to try it one more time right at the end of Dustin's hour. Well, nothing broke the squelch, so maybe he's still fiddling around with his stuff. So today's subject, ladies and gents, is I would like you to see if you could tell me a movie that everyone should watch at least once. A movie anyone and everyone should watch. And with that, I'll be taking check-ins. Please come phonetically and alphabetically. This is KI5OZZ. I'm listening.
This is Alpha India 5, Hotel Victor, Greg in Broken Arrow, recheck.
Net control, Kilo Charlie 6, Zulu Romeo X-ray over here in Lincoln, and no traffic.
All right, well, I'll pick it up there. Let me clarify the call on the no traffic. Kilo Charlie 6, Kilo Charlie 6, let me get your suffix one more time.
CRX, Zulu Romeo X-ray, Johnny over here in Lincoln.
W8W.
Gotcha, Johnny. Thank you for your in and out. Much appreciated. And you have a wonderful Wednesday. Thank you for your in and out. And let's hop on up here to Greg, AI5HV. What's a movie everyone should watch?
Good afternoon, Miss Nancy and everyone else on the net. This is Greg, Alpha India 5, Hotel Victor. Hope you're having a good day so far today. And the one movie that everyone should watch is Blazing Saddles.
Well, that's if you can find it in the current climate. Hi.
Well, that is true. I just thought, I just remember the first time I ever watched that movie, I laughed so hard, my sides were hurting as I was leaving the movie theater. So that's why I picked that one.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Even as a full-grown adult, I have been known to need a diaper change after watching said flick.
Yeah, I could think of a few more, but that was the one that popped into my mind first time, and Nick's laughing at me on the blue screen. So, well, Nick, what can I say? I like that movie if you want a good laugh. So, anyway, Nancy, hope you're doing good. Judy and I have got to head out here for an appointment with the financial advisor here very shortly, and wanted to jump in so I could check in on your hour before we had to leave. So, with that, Nancy, I'll say blessings to you, blessings to your family, blessings to everybody out there listening on the net. This is Alpha India 5, Hotel Victor, and I will turn it back over to you.
Well, thank you, Greg, and that was an excellent answer. Thank you so much for that. You make sure and say hey to Miss Judy, and give some pats and scritches to Smokey and doggone it, I can't remember your other dog's name. Anywho, the two poopies. So with that, we'll clear with AI5HV, and we'll thank Johnny once again for your in and out, KC6ZRX, and I don't have any other check-ins at the moment, so if you're waiting to check in, today's subject is a movie that everyone should watch. Please come phonetically and alphabetically. This is KI5OZZ. I'm listening.
KI5
in the mobile taco truck.
Kilo Charlie 5, Foxtrot Mike, KC5 FM. Over.
Kilo Echo 8, Zulu India, November. Mobile.
Kilo Delta 5, Alpha Foxtrot Sierra Country, AVNMO, not mobile.
Well, let me see if I got them all sorted out here. I got KI5TAQ, Taco Tim, and I believe you're in the taco truck. I got KC5FM, Lloyd. I got KE8ZIN, mobile as well. K5AFS, Grant, and AB8MO. I heard you say mobile, but I don't know if you said not mobile. Andy, are you moving or not?
No, you heard him. Not mobile. AVNMO.
Splendid. I'll catch up with you here in a minute. Let's go to our first mobile, KI5TAQ, Taco Tim. Give me a movie that everyone should watch.
Good afternoon, Miss Nancy. This is KI5TAQ. A movie that you should watch. I got too many in my collection, but one that I think a lot of people should watch, spoof on Star Wars, is Spaceballs. That's another one by the same man that created Blazing Saddles.
so I'll send it back to net control. This is KI5TAQ in the taco truck.
Well, Tim, that is most definitely a great choice. Amongst others, I'm sure. I can't wait to hear everyone's answers today. You make sure and mobile safe out there and say hey to Miss Becca for us. We'll clear with KI5TAQ and don't work too hard at the salt mine. And let's boogie on down to John, KE8ZIN, our other mobile. How's it going? And give us a movie everyone should watch.
KE8ZIN here. This is Joe, not John. I'm doing okay. I'm up to work. I think a movie everybody should watch that if you want to keep on going with the Mel Brooks train, History of the World Part 1. That one is hilarious. I'll leave it at that. KE8ZIN.
Gotcha, Joe, and sorry for butchering your name there. I get the first initial of any given person's name, and then the rest of it just goes to pot. So, History of the World Part 1, I will have to look that up. If it's on the Mel Brooks train, I'm sure it is a glorious ride. Hi. We'll clear with KE8ZIN. You make sure and mobile safe out there. Have a wonderful Wednesday. And let's see, we'll come back up here to Lloyd, KC5FM. How you doing this afternoon? And give us a movie everyone should watch.
I'm happy to report that I'm alive in Kansas. This is KC5FM. Movie that everyone should watch. Something to stand for. Something to stand for. Would be a movie that I would encourage everyone to watch. I would also encourage everyone to watch, as I will, Bonhoeffer when it comes out on the 22nd of this month at a theater not far from you. Bonhoeffer will be a movie I look forward to watching coming up. And let's all wish everybody a Merry Christmas. This is KC5FM. Over.
Well, thank you, Lloyd. Those are that was a great choice on something to stand for. And Bonhoeffer, I'll have to look that up. I don't pay much attention to what's currently coming out in the theaters. But we'll clear with KC5FM and head on down to pick up Grant, KD5AFS. Give us a movie everyone should watch.
KI5OZZ in the net, KD5AFS. Good afternoon, Nancy, and everybody else out there. I'm going to go with Airplane, Nancy. That was always one of my favorites. I've got the 30th anniversary edition of the DVD, or the, what's that called? CDs, whatever you call them things. It's a pretty good one. And, let's see, another one is the movie that Airplane is based on. It's a 1958 movie called 0 Hour, and it's kind of the serious version of Airplane. If you've never seen that, it's worth watching. You can't watch it without thinking of Airplane. So, all's well here, Nancy. Just wanted to check in and say hi, and I guess that's all I got. I'll send it back to you. KD5AFS.
Well, Grant, that's an excellent choice, and surely you can't be going back outside to rake some more leaves. Hi. A little play on words on the movie there. So we'll clear with KD5AFS. Have a great afternoon, wonderful Wednesday, and let's head on down to pick up Andy, AB8MO. Give us a movie everyone should watch.
W8WKY.
Alrighty, that was embarrassing. I was on the wrong band. AB8MO, I'm here. Let's see if I got it. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention, and I keyed up on a 440 repeater. But I'm moving. I'm on my way home now, and I'm not much of a movie watcher. I don't know, documentaries and something I can learn from, and something that's an hour long or less. Movies are kind of beyond my attention span. So, but I like comedies as long as it's clean. I don't like vulgar, that sort of thing. I think it can be funny, and you don't have to be disgusting. So, take it or leave it. So, I'll listen on for a little bit. Back to you, Nancy. Thanks for picking up the net from beautiful Middlefield, Ohio. This is AB8MO, where it is 54 degrees. Back to net.
Splendid, Andy, and you know what? I haven't watched a whole bunch of movies myself. I've watched a handful, you know, in my previous life, as I like to call it, before I turned the TV off. But you strike me as a Nova type of guy, and that is one show that I've picked up watching that I absolutely enjoy, amongst others. So with that, we will clear with AB8MO, and that is the bottom of the list at the moment. This is KI5OZZ on today's N5XQK Boredom Breaker Net, and the subject of the day is give us a movie everyone should watch. Please come with your call phonetically and alphabetically. I'm listening.
HNK Mobile, Kilo Echo 8, Hotel November Kilo Mobile, in and out.
Please copy Kilo Echo 8, Uniform India Bravo, KE8 UIB, John in Ohio. Recheck.
This is Kilo Alpha 8, Lima Yankee Juliet, Bob in Barberton, and I'd have to say The Princess Bride.
Kilo Charlie 5 Tango, KC5T, Conroe, Texas.
Kilo Delta 5 Echo November Uniform. Did you forget me? KD5ENU.
Well, let me pick it up there. And Gil, I did not pick you up, so I don't believe I forgot you. I don't remember hearing your call. You might have been covered up by somebody, but got you at the end of this list. Let's see, I got KC8FQV Mark. I've got KE8UIB John. Real quick, John, are you mobile?
On the work, Nancy.
Okay, gotcha. You're at the salt mine. You said the dirty word. And then I got back-to-back Bobs, KA8LYJ, and thank you for your answer to the question. And I got a Bob that I haven't talked to in a minute, KC5T, and then Gil at the bottom of the list. So let's head back up and catch Mark, KC8FQV. Give us a movie everyone should watch.
Yeah, I don't have a clue what movie. I don't watch too much movies. Not much of a movie. I don't do movies really, so I couldn't give you one. I remember Vince Price. He was, well, I don't remember, but I think he was one of the guys that rode a roller coaster out there in California. And he did a 30-minute thing. He was showing riding coaster. I would used to rent. I have a lot of DVDs that are stuff from them riding coasters, and he did one out there in California. But other than that, I don't have really anything. So we'll send it back your way. The Oz, KCFQV.
3 amigos.
Well, thank you, Mark. And you know what? If you have better things to do than watch movies, that's not a horrible thing, to be perfectly honest. We'll clear with KC8FQV. And come on down to John, Keauib, who is at the Salt Mine. Give us a movie everyone should watch.
KI5OZZ from KAUIB. Good afternoon, Nancy, everybody out there on the net. And, working away here in good old Hartville, Ohio. And movie everybody should watch. First one that comes to my mind, 1,000 of them come to my mind. First one would definitely be The Outsiders. That was a great movie. Watched quite a few times in school, outside of school. Read the book a lot in school. So that's definitely a really great movie. And it's kind of a wholesome movie in the long run, But with the holiday seasons, everybody has to watch National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation for sure. With that, you guys, this is KAUIB. I'm going to hand this back over to Net Control. Thanks for running the net, Nancy. 7-3, y'all.
Excellent, John, for those answers. And you know what? The other half happens to work. His shop is about 3 blocks away from the Outsiders House Museum, which is the house where the movie was filmed here in Tulsa. I am absolutely disgusted to say, however, that I have yet to make a trip over there to see it. So, with that, we'll clear with KE8UIB. And Bob, that said the Princess Bride, can you clarify your call for me? It's not coming up on Netlogger for me. KA8 Lima Yankee Juliet, was that correct?
That is correct. Kilo Alpha 8, Lima Yankee Juliet.
Well, thanks, Bob, for the in and out anyway. So I'll just let that sleeping dog lie, and we'll come back, coming on down to the original Bob, KC5T down in Texas. It's been a minute since I've heard from you. Great to hear you on the net today.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And good to know that I'm missed. Not too many times, I think, on local VHF, UHF, do I get that kind of welcome back that I was missed. Maybe 1 or 2 people, but not very many. It's pretty amazing about Houston is that there's so many repeaters in the area that, if you them all, or at least at some point during your amateur radio career, which would take about that long to monitor them all, there's so many, but about 90% of them are rarely used. But anyway, that's another matter for another story. But, yes, this is Bob, KC5T, and let's see. I just got back from Scotland, England and Scotland. I did a magnificent tour of the 2 countries and thoroughly enjoyed it, and have been to Ireland recently as well, my old home-sake country from years past. Not me, however, but my great-great-great-granddad. But anyway, I wanted to bring up this movie. It's really good. But, one of the heroes of Scotland was Robert the Bruce. And I highly recommend the movie of the same name that came out in 2019. And it would be good to get on maybe the internet and study up on Robert the Bruce a little bit before you watch the movie, and you'll understand it quite a bit more. But really good movie. And back to you, KC5T.
W8WK.
Okay. Well, I would have to assume that Robert the Bruce has something to do with the same said character that was represented in the Mel Gibson movie. Doggone it, I can't remember the name of it. It's on the tip of my tongue.
You know, I'm most excitedly glad that you brought that up. No, that's not the same, but William Wallace and Robert the Bruce were born only 2 years different from each other. And, of course, you've seen Braveheart, which included Mel Gibson playing William Wallace, who was killed, by the way, I think it was 1305, if I'm not mistaken. But Robert the Bruce, I think, was born in 1272, and William Wallace in 1274. And, yes, they knew each other. And they were fighting England at the same time. However, William Wallace got his head cut off and 2 or 3 other things. Well, I don't think his head was cut off, but I think he was quartered, which is just as bad. But, yeah, they knew each other, but Robert the Bruce later won a very serious battle that occurred. I believe it was Stirling Bridge in Stirling, Scotland, and he won that battle, and Scotland won their independence, and he became the King of Scots up till his death, natural death, in I believe it was 1334, if I'm not mistaken there. But no, they knew each other, and they both have monuments at the Stirling city of Stirling, by the way, in Scotland, very close to each other, as a matter of fact. But they both knew each other, undoubtedly. KC5T, back to you.
Right on. That is one of the things, if I should ever be able to go to Scotland, because it's on my bucket list, one of the list of things that I want to look up and get the local hubbub and feedback and research, you know, the different monuments and such. And yes, by the way, you were missed for quite the while. I'm no longer on the road, but every time I went down to Houston and past Conroe, Texas, I would wonder if I'd hear of you on a repeater down there or on the Boredom Breaker. So I did try to tune into a few of the repeaters when I was down that way, and if I ever had time to actually stop. But I came across what you said to be exactly true. There is 1.5 billion repeaters, and most of them are dead quiet.
Yeah, absolutely true. And, of course, some of them are extremely used. You know, Charlie, WA5AIR, actually puts the Boredom Breaker net on one of his local repeaters here in Conroe. The first hour of the net, but straight up 1 o'clock, that's it. You won't hear it anymore until the next day, of course, but it's good that he does that. He's got a repeater system here, all on Allstar, and several repeaters, actually more like 10, 12 repeaters scattered throughout the area. But more than likely, you might hear me there, but more often I tend to get on KA2 Echo Uniforms repeater here locally, and that's on 444.350. And right off the top of my head, I don't know the PL, but you can look that up. But that's typically where I tend to listen most.
Okay, well, right on. And I don't care that I'm on the second hour and miss that traffic, but I'm going to look him up and hook up to his All-Star down there and see if I can get a hold of him and thank him for doing that, because, you know, more traffic on the net is quite welcome indeed, regardless if I ever get to hear it or not.
Yeah, there you go. Well, good. Next time you're down in the area, just pop me an email or something. My email address is good on QRZ.com, so just don't go overboard reading my lengthy QRZ.com web page. It's kind of lengthy. I kind of went wild one time when I wrote all that. But anyway, yeah, good to talk to you, and carry on with the net. And Robert the Bruce, great movie, 2019. It was made, and I think largely in Scotland. You'll see a lot of the Highlands in Scotland, which is absolutely beautiful, by the way. And it's well worth the watch. I would study a little bit about the history before I watch it, though, and it'll be a little bit clearer. But Robert the Bruce saved the day, so to speak, of Scotland back then. Anyway, he survived, but William Wallace did not. Too bad, because I like Mel Gibson. KC5T, back to you.
Well, thank you, Bob. I much appreciate that and the chance to jaw jack with you. You have a wonderful Wednesday. It's great to hear from you. And we'll clear with KC5T 73 at you and come on down to Gil, KD5ENU. I know you've watched movies, so give us a movie that everyone should watch.
Well, I do movies. I've got 250 discs. And, of course, a lot of them is, like there's Band of Brothers, which is about 12 discs. So, there's a lot of sets in here. But as far as the movies that I like, and I think everybody should see, is Princess Diaries with Julie Andrews and Anne Hathaway. And Julie Andrews just passed away this month. So either last month or first of this month, but she just recently passed away. And all that really put a hole in my heart. And I love Julie Andrews. But anyway, I'll get out of here and let you get on with the net. And I know there's a lot of people wanting to get in there. So have a good one, KZ5ENU. I'll be clear, 7-3.
And 7-3 to you, Gil. Have a wonderful Wednesday, and thank you for participating in today's question. The Princess Diaries, those are definitely, or that movie is definitely one of the ones that I would recommend as well. We'll clear with KD5ENU, and that is the bottom of the list at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. The subject of the day is give us a movie everyone should watch. This is KI5OZZ on today's Boredom Breaker Net. Please come forth with your call phonetically and alphabetically. I'm listening.
India 7 Alpha Yankee KI7AY Panama Gem Mobile.
Victor 3 Kilo.
Whiskey Alpha 8 Kilo Oscar Charlie WA8KOC. Fred Akron Echolink Mobile. Good afternoon, Ms. Nancy.
W8WKY.
Well, I will certainly take them two at a time from two adept operators such as yourselves, gentlemen. I got Jim, KI7AY, in the mobile, and Fred in the mobile as well, WA8KOC. Jim, where are you mobiling off to, Panama Jim? And give us a movie everyone should watch.
To the great, powerful Oz. Yes, I'm going to pick up my little doggie. I think I told you about her knocking a couple teeth loose and had those removed, and now today she had her cleaning. And they called me and said we don't have to take any more teeth out, which will make me happy and her. They're going to go pick her up, and then we're going to go get some lunch. And I've been looking at trucks. I think I'm going to buy a new Ford Maverick pickup here in the next couple of weeks. Maybe not brand new, but pretty close. Because I don't really need this big Silverado. At one time I was thinking about buying trailers and hauling. Anyhow, enough of that. Movies. Well, I would recommend, just for historical reasons, that you take a look at a couple of movies. Number one being All's Quiet on the Western Front, very sobering, and the other one would be The Big Red One. And I will turn 73, Nancy, KI7AY, mobile, clear.
Oh, splendid, Jim. Thank you. And I have not watched a whole lot of the military-type movies. I have watched a few of the John Wayne ones. Specifically, gosh, I can't remember the name of it now. Shame on me. My dad was actually an extra in that one movie. But anyway, thank you, Jim. I appreciate it. KI7AY, you make sure and mobile safe out there. Have a wonderful Wednesday, and let's meander down here to Fred, WA8KOC. Welcome to the net. Give us a movie everyone should watch.
Well, good afternoon, Nancy. Thank you for taking my check-in. Sincerely appreciate it. I may get in much earlier. Work's been a little bit tedious here today, so in and out of the car, missing a chance to check in early with you, but I did get a chance to check in with Dustin and just Nick earlier hour. There's a movie that I had always appreciated, and I think somebody came in with something about, I don't know, maybe it was Braveheart, Scottish background, because my Scottish background is McLennan. I would definitely appreciate that. But there was one, and I can't remember the name of the actor, but he's really a fabulous actor. And it had something to do with being above board, a courage, something honor. I can't remember what the name of it was. But I would say if anybody had the chance to go ahead and see a movie that's very, very, very old, Isaac Asimov's Fantastic Voyage, back from when I was young, very young, actually. That was science fiction and fabulous, and just a great, great movie. And the thing I'm thinking about is something honor, and the actor is just like a hatred-prone fellow, but it was something about discouraging honor. And but I'll say Isaac Asimov's Fantastic Voyage. Thank you very much for taking my check-in. I hope you have a great rest of the net. I hope everybody in here enjoying the net enjoys your questions, which are fabulous. And 7-3 for now to you and everyone else. KI5OZZ and the Boredom Breaker Net, WA8KOC.
Well, thank you, as always, Fred, for your fantastic, kind words. Much appreciated. And, yes, the Fantastic Voyage. I don't know if I've seen it. I know what it's about, but I don't remember having sat down and watched it. I'm going to have to look it up. I'm going to have to look up a couple of these. But thank you for your participation in the net today. You make sure and mobile safe out there. 73-2, you have a wonderful Wednesday. We'll clear with Fred, WA8KOC, and I am open to more check-ins, so let her rip, Tater Chip. This is KI5OZZ, and today's question is, give us a movie everyone should watch. Please come in, alphabetically and phonetically, if you please. I'm listening.
AI5Q, Alpha India 5, Quebec.
Whiskey Victor, 3 Kilo, WV3K.
Cal down here in Garland County, Arkansas.
Kilo India 5, Delta Alpha Yankee KI 5 DAY mobile.
KI 5 OZZ, this is Kilo Delta 8 Sierra Lima Golf KD8 SLG, Nickin, Orville, Ohio.
AI5Q. I got Cal, W7STT, and then there was someone that came in. Cal, was that you, Alan, that gave it up and came back as a mobile?
Phil, that was me.
Okay, me. I got you in there. Hi. Nick, you're the tail gunner on that set, KD8 SLG. Let's pick up Alan. He's the mobile. Give us a movie everyone should watch.
Yeah, by DAY in the net. Hey, Nancy. In this beautiful season of politics, hi, and elections, and beautiful elections, hi. I'm going to go ahead and say a must-watch for everybody, especially younger people. Would be, I think it's a couple, 3 years old now, but it's a very good lesson in why we should be very careful and make sure we have free and fair elections. Well, 2,000 Mules by Dinesh D'Souza. It's a very good movie. Highly recommend it. A lot of interesting information in there. Just when you think you knew everything. KI5DAY, back to it.
Gotcha, Alan. 2,000 Mules. When did that come out? That was like 5 or 6 years ago, I think. Good one. You make sure mobile safe out there and don't sweat too much at the salt mine. We'll clear with KI5DAY 73 at you there, Alan, and let's head back on up and catch Jairus, the great bearded one, AI5Q. I saw what you said in the blue room there. But what do you think everyone should watch?
Well, hello, Nancy, and the PC answer is It's a Wonderful Life, because my mom always made us watch that at the Christmas season, like right after Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving Day or the day after or whatever. It's a good movie, deals with some deep topics, stuff like that, but arsenic and old lace, man. A couple old ladies killing people and burying them in the basement. Dude, that's just funny. That and House of a Thousand Corpses. I know it's a horror movie and it's pretty gross, but it's a Rob Zombie horror movie, and it's made to be ridiculous on purpose to make fun of how cheesy horror movies really are. So, I mean, those are fun movies. I think everybody should see at least once. Maybe not until you're old enough to see them in a couple of cases, but yeah, that's what I got. And I thought I heard Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo in there with Sierra Tango Tango. And Alan is off work this week, so he's not going to the salt mine. As much as he may play that card up, he is off work this week. So there you go. AI5Q, back to you, Nancy.
W8WKY.
WA8KOC recheck, Nancy.
I got your recheck there, Fred. Hold on just a second. WV3K, did you get walked all over there? Come on back if you called in that last set.
Copy. I got walked over. Me walked all over. Yep.
All right, Phil, and great ears, Jairus. And, we know that Alan is most decidedly off, and I think work has nothing to do with it. So you and I are going to have a little chat about the House of a Thousand Corpses and all of the other related Rob Zombie movies that go back and forth up and down the timeline there. So good on you. Have a wonderful Wednesday, Jairus. We'll clear with AI5Q. And Bill, I did get you put in there. Whiskey 7 Sierra Tango Tango Cal. Good afternoon. Welcome to Net, and give us a movie everyone should watch.
Yeah, KI5OZZ, Queen of Oz. Yeah. As far W7STT here to make it legal contact. Anyway, yeah, well, I've been about a little more than a decade since I actually went to a theater, but occasionally one on TV, but that's very rare. Kind of hard to sit still that long for a movie. And other than that, let's see. The first one that came to my mind was one that goes back way back when. The greatest story ever told. Old Cecil B. DeMille's endeavor there. Seems like 100 years ago now, maybe not quite 100, but almost. And somebody mentioned one of my sweethearts, Julie Andrews, there. The Sound of Music popped into my mind then, and this old mind has to have something to prompt it and get it to realize, yeah, that's an idea too. Think about that. Anyway, other than that, don't have a whole lot to say, so I'll just shut up and let somebody else say something smart, maybe. KI5OZZ, 88 to you, and 7 to 3 to all the old geezers out there. W7STT, be clear on yours.
Now, Cal, I cannot let you go without you saying your tagline. Young man, you get back in here and give us that quote.
Why, yes, ma'am. Yeah, I get a little in a hurry sometime to let my thumb go relax. But anyway, we'll pass along our 7-3s to everybody. And as old Tennessee Ernie Ford used to say, may the good Lord take a liking to you. 7-3s all again.
Splendid, Cal. Thank you for playing along. And, yes, definitely The Sound of Music. Great choices there. And 73 to you as well. We'll clear with W7STT. And before I forget about him, I would be remiss in not picking Fred back up for his recheck. I bet you remembered the name of that movie, didn't you?
Mrs. Nancy, yes. I wanted to say, first off, prior to the movie that I remembered, Angel Studios has fabulous Christian movies, fabulous history, fabulous thoughts of Christianity and God, and we've seen some great movies. As far as the movie that I forgot, it was called Uncommon Valor with Gene Hackman. He's usually a bad guy. I think he played Lex Luthor in Superman, but yeah, Uncommon Valor was definitely a hard hitter. And as far as Angel Studios go, they speak of problems within America and being good Christians, and you can go online and you can see them kind of like an offshoot of the Daily Wire and that kind of stuff. But great, great movies. Probably one of those was His Only Son, and that is straight out of the Bible. Anyway, taking care of yourself. I know my buddy Phil's back up behind me here. Thanks again for taking my recheck. I just had to say Uncommon Valor with Gene Hackman was fabulous. Have yourself a wonderful Wednesday, Nancy. Stay safe. KI5OZZ and the Boredom Breaker Net 73WA8KOC.
Oh, gotcha. You know what? Angel Studios has put out some fantastic films. A couple of years ago, they put out one with, doggone it, what's his name? The CIA? No, he was in DEA that went after the child trafficking. And I can't remember the name of it, but I took my daughter to see it, and it was a bit of an eye-opener for her. She was 19. I think she had just turned 20. But, yeah, that was definitely a good movie as well. So I will check out The other ones I have heard of, Uncommon Valor with Gene Hackman, and yeah, he usually is one of the bad guys you love to hate, for sure. Well, Fred, thank you for your recheck on that and for satisfying my curiosity on what you couldn't remember. Say that 3 times real quick. Hi. We'll clear with WA8KOC and scooch Bell back up here to pick up Phil. WV3K, welcome to the show this afternoon. Give us a movie everyone should watch.
K5OZZ, K058 OZZ, WV3K. Hello, Nancy. I have a couple that I'd like to share that I think is okay. Is Paris Burning, and also Patton, which my father had taken me to at the theater at Chicago Falls when it first came out, and that was many years ago. And I was going to say Sound of Music also, but I heard that being mentioned after another one was brought up with her, and I didn't know that she had passed this month or last month. Anyway, that Julie Andrews, she was a really precious lady, and did that movie so beautifully, along with the kids, and that happened to be a true story too. Or somewhat close to it. But anyway, that's what I was thinking of. There's a lot of really good movies, and not necessarily a movie, but a series I used to watch was Davy and Goliath when I was a kid. I enjoy watching that as a kid, and that had a lot of good moral values and Christian values. So with that, I'm going to, let me say before I sign out is hello to my friend and buddy Fred. And really enjoy his company. He's a great guy to fellowship with, and I enjoy that so much. So anyway, Nancy, back to you, and thank you so much for conducting the net, the second nets in the afternoons. Good to hear you, and it's nice to be able to have time to be able to share with you. K05OZZ, WV3K, and I'm clear with you, Nancy. Thank you very much, and God bless and love to all.
Well, thank you, Phil. I will definitely have to look up Is Paris Burning. I definitely have seen Patton. So thank you for your participation in that, and for everyone's participation, because everybody gives me a pat on the back for conducting my net and and doing questions or whatever. But you know what? Without all piping in here, wouldn't be nothing but dead air. So back at you, and the rest of everyone else who has chimed in. Much appreciation to everyone. You guys provided entertainment for one another. I just happen to be the one making the questions up. So. With that, we'll clear with Phil, and thank you for the kind words, as always. WV3K, have a wonderful Wednesday and 73 at you, and let's run down here and pick up my buddy Nick, KD8SLG. Give us a movie everyone should watch. That's for big kids or maybe little kids. Hi.
KI5OZZ, this is KD8SLG. Good afternoon, Nancy, and all of the Boredom Breaker netizens. Well, let's see. Some of the films I chose have already been chosen. Princess Bride, LYJ picked that one. That was at the top of the list for me. Airplane as well. Grant grabbed that one right away. I'm going to dig a little deeper and go off script here from everybody else. I'm going to suggest Rashomon, the 1950 Akira Kurosawa directed movie, and if you ever watch it, you'll see snippets of that movie in pretty much half the television shows and movies you see. Basically, the Rashomon effect, as it's now called, is seeing an event from different points of view and then trying to figure out which one is correct. Going to take this opportunity to remind everybody about the Beacon Net tonight, 10 o'clock Eastern. That's 9 o'clock Tulsa time. Early check-ins start a half hour before the net starts. Allstar node 48496, Echolink W8WKY-R. And if you can get here, you can get there. We are linked up with the Boredom Breaker Hub. So hope to hear a bunch of you there tonight. Fine business on today's question, Nancy. It's KD8SLG. Back to net control.
Well, thank you for the reminder for the Beacon Net this evening, Nick, and thank you for your kind words as always. And Rashomon, I will definitely have to look that up. That sounds quite intriguing. 73 at you, and hopefully I'll catch you on the net later on this evening. We'll clear with KD8SLG, and that is the bottom of the list at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. This is KI5OZZ, the Oz, on today's Boredom Breaker Net, on the RCWA's 147 Mark 090 machine and all affiliated links, Allstar and Echolink. The question of the day is, give us a movie everyone should watch. So please come with your call, phonetically and alphabetically. I'm listening.
This is Kilo Charlie 8, Mike Romeo Charlie. The name is Bob in Oakwood Village, Ohio.
Kilo, Echo 8, Yankee Uniform Kilo, KE8YUK, Lucy in Akron, short time.
Alpha 8, Charlie Sierra, this is Gary in Fairlawn, Ohio.
Victor Alpha 3, Golf, Papa Hotel, Jeff, Toronto.
Lima Alpha 6, Uniform India, Alpha, Anders from Norway.
Hello, Echo 0, Mike Uniform Sierra, Bruce in Park City, Kansas.
Okay, and you kind of clashed with Anders there the first time around, LA6UIA. I got you in there, Anders. Got Gary, Alpha 8, Custom Select, and I've got the Ontario station VA3GPH. If you could come back with your handle, you're given one more time.
This is Kilo Charlie 8, Mike Romeo Charlie, Bob in Oakwood Village, Ohio.
All right, Bob, well, you're first on the list anyway, so KC8MRC, welcome to the show this afternoon. Give us a movie everyone should watch.
Yes, it would be The Seven Samurai. It's the Japanese version of what was made a few years later here in the United States, The Magnificent Seven. They were both based on the same book. If you've seen The Magnificent Seven with Joel Brunner and Steve McQueen, get the Seven Samurai, and it'll be an interesting movie to watch. With that, I'll say 7-3 to 1 and all. Hope everybody has a nice rest of the day. This is Casey at MRC.
Well, thank you for that, Bob. Yes, I have seen the Magnificent Seven, and I absolutely love when there's movies or books or truth behind something that's been made famous, and then you go back and are able to watch or read about how it actually came to be. So thank you for that. I'll definitely have to look that up. You have a wonderful Wednesday in 73 at you. We'll clear with KC8MRC. And come on down to Lucy, KE8YUK. I missed whether you were mobile or not. If you could clarify that for me.
KI5OZZ, KE8YUK. I am mobile and I am short time because I'm rapidly approaching my destination, although school traffic has kept me from going too fast, so that's helpful. My movie recommendations are always Labyrinth by Jim Henson, if that has not been a theme to my last check-in at the Boredom Breaker. And I haven't been listening, so I don't know what all has been talked about, but the movie Frequency with Jim Caviezel, young Jim Caviezel, is one of my favorite movies, and I recognize ham radio is not fully accurately represented in the movie Frequency, but it's still a really good movie, and I highly recommend it. So there's that plug. And honestly, as far as more modern movies and kids' movies go, Megamind is really good, and Despicable Me is also really good. I haven't seen 4 yet, and Minions is mediocre, but I really have enjoyed that series much more than I expected to, especially the sequels. Those are usually my go-tos. Princess Bride, of course. There's quite a few there on the list that I would recommend, but my go-tos are definitely those. Three Amigos, it's kind of a classic. Nacho Libre is take it or leave it movie for me, but my brothers quote it all the time. So there's a lot of good options there. I'm going to have to clear, but I agree with Nick's shout-out to the Beacon Net. If you can hop in, I will be doing, I believe, I need to talk with Josh. But we'll be doing trivia, and it's a lot of fun. And welcome to our Netherlands stations. I don't know if Anders has checked in or not before, but this is a great net and great people. With that, I'm going to pass it back to Nancy. God bless everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. KE8YUK. Back to KI5OZZ.
Oh, thank you so much, Lucy. I much appreciate your check-in. And, yes, the Three Amigos and Frequency, I've definitely seen those. And the Despicable Me is a enjoyable series to watch for sure. Whether you're a big little kid or a little big kid, kind of like the, what does Nick call himself? The grown man-child or something like that. Anyway, Lucy, great to hear you on, and hopefully I'll catch you on the Beacon Net later on this evening. We'll clear at KE8YUK. And yes, Anders has frequented the Boredom Breaker quite a bit, and it is a pleasure to welcome you back. LA6UIA, please give us a movie that you think everyone should watch. Lima Alex, Uniform India Alpha. Anders, are you still with us?
I'm here. My note is doing some announcement every hour, so it's just crashing with that. I'm so sorry. Well, my favorite movie. Well, what about saying hello to Nancy, by the way? I haven't spoken with you for quite a while, so it's a very nice pleasure to have this conversation with you. My favorite movie, I guess it must be, if it's an old film, The Deer Hunter, back with, remember from the 70s, but also the more recent from this year called Poor Things with Emma Stone and Willem Dafoe. I think they had some Oscars, marvelous film, very, very fantastic, unbelievable thing. So that's about everything. My lovely Tula is just drove to Finland. She's finished, so she visits her old mother there, so I'm alone in my house. Miss her, of course, a lot. She would say Gone with the Wind, by the way. That's her favorite film. Although it's 4 hours long, it's a dozen times. So that's about everything. It's dark black evening here. It's a very, very early sun. So it's cold and unpleasant and very, very dark. Well, never mind. It's going to be better when the snow comes. So back to you, Jet Control from Lima Alpha 6, Uniform India. Back to you, Nancy.
Well, thank you, Anders, and wonderful choices on the movies. The Gone with the Wind is long-winded, but most decidedly worth the watch. You make sure and stay warm and have a great evening out there. And yes, surely once the snow falls, it'll brighten up a little bit. from the reflection at least, and hopefully brighten up the atmosphere a little bit for you. Wonderful to speak at you. 73 to you, and hope to hear you back on again soon. We'll clear with LA6 UIA and come on down to another of our Ohio family of net operators, specifically Gary, Alpha 8 Custom Select. Welcome to the show this afternoon. Give us a movie you think everyone should watch.
Hello, Nancy and the Boredom BreakerNet. Good afternoon. I gotta say, I really wish I would have tuned in a lot earlier. These movies that have been mentioned so far, and I haven't been on that long, I've been listening about 15 minutes. It's a walk down memory lane, and there are so many fabulous movies. To pick one, oh wow, that is amazing. But before I do that, I do want to say hello to you. I heard you. I was doing some work outside. We have a beautiful day here. It's in the low 50s, but beautifully sunny. So I was getting some of the last minute stuff, basically taking Halloween stuff down. And I know this is going to sound crazy, and Nick's got a public service announcement for this endeavor, but getting Christmas stuff up. Yeah, I know. But anyway, I want to go. Yeah, I'm a sci-fi fan, and someone probably already mentioned this movie, but I think Forbidden Planet is probably one of the best sci-fi movies ever made, especially back then. It was in the mid-50s, I think, and Walter Pidgeon starred in that movie along with Anne Francis, and believe it or not, Leslie Nielsen. And it wasn't a funny movie, but it was a very well-done movie, and if you're a sci-fi fan, you probably have already seen it. If you're an aspiring sci-fi fan, it's a gotta-see kind of movie. Nancy, good to hear you, and great to be on this afternoon. This is AA8CS, back to net control. 73, Nancy, take care. We'll talk to you again soon, I'm sure.
Yes, sir, Gary, and thank you for your kind words. Wonderful to have you on the net this afternoon. And no one has said Forbidden Planet. There hasn't been a lot of sci-fi come in. The only other sci-fi that I can think of, Fred mentioned the Fantastic Voyage. But outside of Spaceballs, of course. That's kind of spoofy sci-fi, I guess. Anywho, great to hear you on, and thank you again for the kind words. We'll clear with AA8CS 73 at you. Have a wonderful Wednesday, and hope to catch you on the barometer net tomorrow morning. We'll clear with Gary, and hop on down here to Jeff in Ontario, Victor Alpha 3, Golf Papa Hotel. Welcome to the net this afternoon. Give us a movie you think everyone should watch. Victor Alpha 3, GPH. You still with us, Jeff? All righty, well, it is past the top of the hour. Well, I will go ahead and make this last call for today's Boredom Breaker Net. If you don't want to answer the question, that's fine. Give me an in and out if you are so inclined, or just throw out a movie and say 7-3. So with that, last call for today's Boredom Breaker Net. This is KI5OZZ. Question of the day is a movie everyone should watch. Come with your call phonetically and alphabetically. I'm listening.
Kilo 5, Alpha Victor Foxtrot, K5 AVF. Good afternoon, Nancy.
Kilo Echo 0, Mike, Form Sierra.
Kilowatt 8, Alpha Mike X-Ray, K8AMX, Dick in beautiful downtown Firestone Park.
Kilo Delta 8 Echo Papa Charlie Key 8 EPC, Dustin in Medina, Ohio. In and out. Have a great night, Nancy.
Kilo Charlie 3 Quebec November Delta. Kitty, have a good day, Nancy.
Victor Alpha 3 Foxtrot Mike November. Correction, Foxtrot Mike Bravo. Wayne in Mississauga, in and out.
Victor Alpha 3 Mike Sierra, mobile on Lake Ontario, Toronto. Dot boost, stay on speed. Over.
All right, let me pick it up right there. The two Canadian stations, I got Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Sierra. The other Canadian station, if you could give me your call one more time for me, please.
Victor Alpha 3 Foxtrot Mike Bravo.
VE3OL, Victor Echo 3, Oscar Oscar Lima, Harold Mobile in 73, yeah.
I got K5 AVF, Alex, and let's see, KE0MUS. I got you in here. I got K8AMX, and then there was someone who came in right with Dick, right after K8AMX. If you could come back with your call, please.
That would have been Kilo Delta 8 Echo Papa Charlie Key EPC, Dustin and Medina. I'm in and out, Nancy.
I did get you in there, Dustin. Thank you for your in and out, and thank you, KC3QND Jeannie. Got your in and out. The two Canadian stations, I got Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Sierra, and were you in and out as well?
Alpha 3 Zulu Mike Sierra.
Victor Alpha 3 Zulu Mike Sierra, thank you so much for the correction on that. Were you going to be in and out today, sir?
Yes, that's correct, but I've been listening along and enjoying it. As wishes.
W8WKY.
Splendid. Thank you for your in and out. 73 at you, and thank you to Victor Alpha 3 Fox Mike Bravo for your in and out as well. Gentlemen, you have a wonderful Wednesday up there in Canada. Hopefully you can call back when you've got more time to chit-chat. So with that, let's go back up to the top of the list. Wait a second. There was a mobile in there that I might have missed that came in with Dick. A mobile station? Was there any mobile stations?
Roger that.
SYE mobile.
Mobile, Toronto, Ontario, in.
Well, I got more than I bargained for with that. I got K8 SYE. You're in the mobile. Let's hand it to you here in just a second. The Ontario station that was mobile in and out. One more time for me, please. RCOOL, I got you in there. It was kind of breaking up a little bit. Thank you so much for your check-in. You make sure and mobile safe out there. All right, now let's go back up and get KE8SYE in the mobile. I believe that's Chad. I may be wrong. Welcome to the show this afternoon. Give us a movie that everyone should watch.
Yep, you're absolutely correct, Nancy. It is Chad, Charlie Hotel Alpha Delta here. God, there are so many of them that I could put there, but I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, or anything Steven Spielberg, or there's a couple of other really good movies. The 13th Warrior with Antonio Banderas, that's always been one of my favorites. So too many to mention, and I'm going to short here, but I did want to throw a shout-out to Gary, and I want him to know that I don't believe it's too early to start decorating for Christmas, so I'm right there with him. Anyway, thanks for running the net, Nancy. KD8SYE 73.
Oh, you make sure and mobile safe out there, Chad, and thank you for your participation on that. And let's go back up to the top of the list and snaggle Alex, K5AVF. Welcome to the show this afternoon. Give us a movie that everyone should watch.
Good afternoon, Nancy. Good afternoon to the net. KI5OZZ, this is K5AVF Alex here. Good miles out south, we got 68 degrees right now. Beautiful day out there. I'm going to go with Captain Ron. That's one of my favorite movies, and for just pure entertainment, enjoyment, and a lot of laughs, that's a great movie to watch. Some people would call it not family-oriented, but I don't think there's a whole lot of stuff in there that would be too bad for the kiddos, so they wouldn't understand it anyway. Anyway, that's my pick. I'm going to give it back to you, Nancy. Good net, good subject as well, and have fun. And I'm glad you got OOL in there too. He was kind of hard breaking. He was breaking up, but Victor Echo 3 OOL is pretty regular on the net. So there you go, Susie. Sorry, Nancy. By the way. And if anyone has checked in from Arkansas, Joe is doing fine. They did the scope yesterday and didn't find anything serious. So he's just going to have to watch his diet and take care of himself. K5, baby, back to you.
Oh, that is splendid news indeed, and thank you for that. And yes, Captain Ron, definite winner on the comedy train, or ship, I should say. Hi. 73 at you, Alex. Have a wonderful Wednesday. We'll clear with K5AVF and come on down to KE0MUS. Welcome to the show this afternoon, and give us a movie that you think everyone should watch. Come on in, Bruce.
KE0MUS, Bruce. Probably one of my most favorite movies is Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. Great musical, very entertaining. I've probably watched it at least 20 times. But if I had another one to put on there, it'd definitely be White Christmas.
Boy, I haven't watched a White Christmas in a minute. That is a delightful movie. Absolutely.
Yeah, I try to watch it every year. Been doing that for a very long time. But and I would also have to say any Bing Crosby movie is great. I think there's one called High Society where he goes back to school. And he owns a hamburger chain. But anyway, thousands of movies. I love movies. The Thin Man series, if you ever watched it, you get hooked on it. Anyway, thank you for allowing me to be on, and I'll turn it back over to you, 73.
Well, thank you, Bruce, for your check-in and your participation today. You are definitely bringing entertainment to the masses. So with that, we will clear with KE0MUS. Great to have you on. Have a wonderful Wednesday, and 73 at you. make sure and tune in again whenever you can. Let's go on down to my buddy Dick. K8AMX, welcome to the show. How's Firestone Park this afternoon? And give us a movie everyone should watch.
Well, hello, Nancy, and hello, all the check-ins. The Firestone Park is just beautiful. We're a little chilly, but it is still a splendid afternoon. And I am going to give my movie here, and I'm only giving it isn't that great of a movie, but it's certainly one that after I came out of the theater and had watched this, it had an effect on me for quite a few hours after that, and that is E.G. Rider, and it's the young Mr. Fonda, and my gosh, who's the number 2 guy? I forget, but he was Fonda's backup guy, and Jack Nicholson was the other guy, and it had a whole lot of negativity on some of the attitude of some of the drugs of the day, and boy, we have sure screwed that up.
W8WKY.
Anyway, that is my movie that I've encouraged some people to watch, and that is the only one. I did have an opportunity to talk to the young Mr. Fonda. Actually, I sat and had a couple beers with him, and it was sort of a interesting take on why he was interested in the movie, and he was one of the co-writers. So anyway, that's it for me. I'm sorry I got opened up a long treatise on that, but I promise I won't do it anymore. So back to Nancy, and boy, you picked some great ones. This is Kilowatt 8, American Motors Experimental, living the dream in beautiful downtown Firestone Park.
Well, hey, Dick, it's always a pleasure to have you on my net. And thank you for your participation in that. And, I remember there being some controversy about that movie, but it is a worthwhile watch nonetheless. Dick, you have a wonderful Wednesday, 73 at you, and we'll clear with K8AMX. And I'm going to go ahead and shut up the net this afternoon, but before I do, I'm going to mention a few movies that of my own that I think everyone should watch. Let's see. Mary Poppins for the kids set is a wonderful movie. And for the other genres, I guess you could say, The Green Mile was a fantastic movie with Tom Hanks and other characters in it. The World's Fastest Indian with Sir Anthony Hopkins. And last was a kind of a documentary, but it was a movie. I recommend everyone watch it, called Food Inc. INC, Food Incorporated. Anyway, with that, let me give it a break. I will draw today's net to a close. This has been a pleasure to hear everyone's answers on today's subject. I hope everyone has a wonderful Wednesday, and thank you all for your participation. Thank you for the SARA Club tuning in to us on Wednesdays. Great to hear our Ohio Hamley and all of the other links and affiliates that have tuned in. Thank you for your participation and hooking up with us. And to the Rogers County Wireless Association for hosting the N5XQK Boredom Breaker Net, many thanks. And to all the other behind-the-scenes folks out there, thank you for hooking us up and keeping it rolling. With that, this is Kilo India 5, Oscar Zulu Zulu. This net is now closed, but remember, folks, when tyranny becomes law, rebellion becomes duty. 7-3, y'all.
You guys. This is KD8SLG. I'd like to thank everyone who participated in today's N5XQK Memorial Boredom Breaker Net. We'll be back again next Wednesday. Don't forget the Beacon Net tonight at 10 o'clock. Early check-ins start a half hour before the net starts. And apparel sales for SARA end today. So you have until the end of the Beacon Net tonight to order your swag. Have at it. Return the repeater to customary amateur use. This is KD8SLG. I'm clear.